A massive reunion and a massive character death, but by the halfway point of this episode, everything had already been forgotten. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment here to review the Daryl Dixon, the Book of Carol, Season 2, Episode 4. Honestly, can't remember the name of this episode, but I don't think it really matters. To be fair, it does air on Sunday, but at this point, why should we wait? I think it was called La Paradis pour Tutue. So, whatever that means, I've no idea. But
shite episode in French?
I mean, it could mean shite episode in French, but the fact is, Season 2 has been released, and it has been released for, I think, since the beginning.
Yes, they leaked Paramount Francois just uploaded it all, so everyone's took it. And that's how we're watching it on Paramount France. Thank you, Paramount France, for that subscription.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. This show absolutely sucks. And I'm done with the Walking. I've no interest in anything Walking Dead related. I don't want to watch this.
You know what sucks, right? See, in the past, if a full fucking season of television got leaked, it would have been groundbreaking.
Everyone would have been watching it and talking about it. But
right, they cunts talking about it. Everyone's like, oh, where do I avoid that?
Where do I avoid the leaks? Right, so we start the episode. Carol's lined up with all the other prisoners. They're all shot at. And surprise, surprise, every one of them gets shot and killed except Carol. She uses cover and everyone's dead, but she's managing to hide between the bodies. I am shocked. Then people come up with like the tranquilizers, the infected darts or whatever to turn them into the super monsters, and they all get shot. Carol, though, decides to, pull out her tranquilizer.
No, this is ridiculous.
Even though it got injected into her. So
no, it's not even a tranquilizer, it's like a syringe, but I know I don't get it, right? She's so fucking lucky to survive the initial shooting, right? But then, she gets shot with a syringe, which we see later on in the episode. GENET gets shot with it. Pretty much dies for 15 seconds, spoiler alert, but who cares? So Carol gets shot here, it's in her for at least about 5, and it has no everlast. What? Oh, did it hit a bit of her shoulder padding? Did it hit a bit of the jacket?
And I just want to call it, I say, is that Carol was being brought in to kill GENET, and that is literally what she did. So
that is literally what she did, but it's like, no, it's like two things here that are just fucking ridiculous that should kill her.
Yeah, so first of all, getting lined up and shot at didn't kill her. Getting injected with this, syringe that turns you into a monster didn't kill her. And then Carol hops up and runs because she sees the monsters, the zombies getting up. So she jumps up and runs. GENET's like, oh, Carol! None of the soldiers do anything. They just watch Carol as she runs. She then runs to this like little stupid, I don't even know what kind of vehicle this is. It's like some
beach buggy.
Some sort of buggy. And you've got Quadron, who's,
tied to the back of it.
He's tied to the back of it. I guess the zombies are going to eat this guy. And Carol just runs up to the passenger seat or the driver's seat. And whoever's in the car, some grown man's in the car. And she just grabs them and throws them out with zero fucking effort whatsoever. This like 60-year-old woman with not a bit of muscle on her, no beef on her whatsoever. Literally just tosses this guy out as if he weighs 20 pounds. And even 20 pounds would be pretty heavy for someone like Carol. But nope, tosses him out like he weighs absolutely nothing. Jumps in the buggy. She drives off. Well, so that happens. Alright. Now, the walkers give chase. The infected walkers give chase. But for some reason, GENET's group don't. GENET's group don't do anything. Then we see Carol get to the nest. And there's a door on the nest. The nest has been blocked off. And then all of a sudden, GENET's group just fire this big, like, I don't know what you might call it, rocket or whatever. Cannon. And
but Carol waits, like, it's perfectly preamped. It's just like, look how everything fell into her favour. See, within the space of 4 minutes, she survived, like, 4 things that should have killed her.
Yeah, so she waits, the cannon blows the door open. Then she drives in. Why would GENET's group... they've got her blocked off here. Why would they...
Obviously, right, they want in the castle. I'm not retarded. They want in there, right? But it's like, shouldn't they be more worried about the fact that, oh God, those two are escaping? So they blow it open for Carol. She gets in. There is no windshield on this vehicle, right?
And by the way...
she's getting fucking sprayed at, and it's like, how are no bullets hitting her?
And from behind, and Caudron's just, standing there tied up.
Can't dodge it.
but no one takes a hit, of course. Carol then runs a few people over. She gets inside, the walkers get inside, they start killing people within the nest. Carol then releases Quadron. She says, right, come on with me, and he's like, no, you go get Daryl Dixon, save the boy. Why does Quadron give a fuck about saving the boy? I mean, honestly, makes no sense to me. Quadron then, I guess, fights off the walkers and fights off the people living in the nest. And that's the last we see of Quadron. I mean, at this point, I think he'll probably pop up in the final 2 episodes to sacrifice himself to make the save. But that was the end that we seen with him in this episode. Very lackluster. Then we have what's the Asian looking guy?
I'll tell you right now, his name is, oh god, I can't remember his name, but he's got Isabella tied up, amigo. She's tied up, right? Basically, they're speaking in English.
Lozang.
Lozang's got her. And she's basically like, Laurent is special. He's everything this world will ever be. Yes, I'm more like Dixon now. He's real. Your God is not real. He bleeds. He breathes normally.
No, but what did they think this kid was?
What the fuck? She's like, yeah, I used to believe like you as well. Such a forced fucking gimmick. He should have been the antidote if you're going to go this far.
Yeah, I mean, you can almost accept it if he was that, but I mean, at this point, he's just a kid. He's just a kid.
A boring fucking kid.
This is
nothing about him.
Who wasn't in this episode. This whole show is absolutely fucking awful, by the way. Then Isabelle slices Lozang in the cheek with like a blade, so he stabs her. Turns out this wound is fatal. We then see Carol now. She's infiltrated the nest and she just takes out a bunch of guys. There's 2 guys running in the corner with big, rifles, and Carol then says, "Oh, sorry, excuse-moi," and they turn around and she's like got a mini hatchet and she lifts it up and throws it about 15-20 feet through the air, kills one guy as it impales him in the head, and then the other guy who's got a rifle, instead of lifting it up and shooting Carol, he decides to try and run at Carol and close the 15-20 foot gap, which gives her time just to casually pick up her little handgun and shoot him, and it's like, just wiped out these 2 people with fucking ease. So unrealistic. Then we see another guy, and Carol sneaks down this like dark alley. He walks up to the alley, and like she boots him, and I mean, she like almost like fucking takes his nose off. And
if he's 6 foot, she had to raise her leg up to 6 feet. And I tell you, there's a reason why this scene cut. Because fucking Melissa McBride is not lifting her foot 6 feet.
Yeah, we're supposed to believe that near 60-year-old Carol is getting her foot that high to like knock someone out, knock them out cold. This is like something.
Not only get it high, the power to generate to knock somebody out.
This is like something you'd see from Steven Seagal.
Yes. Although current Steven Seagal just sits in a chair and lets people fucking bounce off him.
Current Steven Seagal could probably fucking flip his shoe up and cause a knockout. This is not something you should see from Melissa McBride. It's just not. It's fucking garbage. No, but come on. We watched The Penguin last night. We watched this. One show is night and day.
Well, this show's wank. No 2 ways about it.
This show's fucking awful. Some wee kid runs down into this torture chamber thing to protect himself from the walkers. It turns out that that's where Daryl's being held.
He's got the keys.
He's got the keys. Daryl then shakes his wrist to show that he's handcuffed. And, I mean, this guy should be safe in here, but for some reason he decides to unlock Daryl, and that's the last we see. This kid's
the next scene is fucking ridiculous, right? Because Daryl gets out, he picks up his Morning Star, he's swinging it about. You've got about 15 guys fighting about 15 walkers.
Daryl could easily get shot, but he's going out there with his hand-to-hand combat. It just makes no sense, those kind of numbers.
It's ridiculous. And then, conveniently, they all fall, they all die, and then who rises through the smoke? It's Carol.
No, but see if you were smart about it and you were Daryl, would you not just bide your time and go, right, let's wait a couple minutes here and see what happens?
Yeah. No, of course.
I can take advantage of
whatever's left.
But nah, he just decides to throw himself out into the firing line.
We know they can't be killed, right? But why not write the character themselves actually believe
they might be killed if they do something dumb?
Look at Carol, man. The way she's like, no, she should have went to lift her leg, tore her fucking quad, and that guy just fucking shoots her point blank range.
Carol and Daryl, I thought the reuniting was a bit underwhelming.
Daryl greeting his fucking eyeballs out.
Then Carol...
He cried more for reuniting with Carol than when his girlfriend dies.
Carol then takes Daryl to Isabella. Isabella's bleeding out. She's like, you gotta get to Laurent to safety. And he's like, we can both do that. We can both protect them. And she's like, no, and dies. And then that's it. We cut to a new scene. It's the next day, and Carol and Daryl have left the nest. They're just walking away.
They're joking about train stations.
Yeah.
You do the speaking because I can't speak French.
And now all of a sudden, Carol, who spoke no French pretty much up until this point, she's now teaching Daryl how to speak French, despite her arriving here. When she was looking for Caudron, she wasn't saying... Why wasn't she using her wee French words then?
I know.
But now all of a sudden, Carol is whipping out the French. And they're joking, they're talking about old time, and it's like, Isabella just died and Daryl does not fucking care.
No.
Isabella dying at this point, this is, she's like a main character. I'd say Isabella's probably been booked as like the second main character.
She is the biggest new character in this show.
Alright, well we take away Carol. She's the second biggest character of this show.
Oh, aye, yeah.
From season 1.
Yeah.
From it began. She's died. And you know what? Well, I know how you know this is a bum death. She died 15 minutes into the episode. Any important deaths always happen at the end.
It was a singular stab wound.
No, but do they not?
No, I know.
Do important deaths not normally end an episode?
No, I agree.
It's just very weird.
See, by the time this episode ended, you forgot about her. And Daryl forgot about her, so why should I remember her?
Yeah, they then find this little French couple who believe that Carol is... They believe that Carol is... for some reason, they believe that Carol is Isabella. Apparently, Falou and Laurent were there, and they're going to help them, so they help get a car. The guy can walk, but we see Daryl wheeling him in a wheelbarrow for some strange reason. I don't know why. And then the guy, because obviously it would have to be the white guy, wouldn't it, that betrays them. So he alerts Genet that they're there. Now, previously we've seen Genet have a conversation with Lausanne, and Genet basically says, "Look, your way is not the way. God allowed me to find Laurent, so if I can capture Laurent, then that means my way is the way, and that God is, agreeing with me, so to speak." So Genet then gets called to this house with about a dozen guys, but of course that's not enough to take down Carol and Daryl, and they just get wiped out easily. We have a situation where Carol is cornered by two of these guys, heavily armed, and Genet, but of course they don't shoot her. They wait, and they give Daryl Dixon the chance to come through a window, and he shoots the first guy, shoots the second guy. Then Genet has got a handgun. She's got Daryl on one side, Carol on the other. She's got a hand pointed at Daryl and a gun pointed at Carol. I mean, I don't know how she rose to this position, but a fucking retard must understand that in a situation like this, if you've got a combatant in front of you and a combatant behind you, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You don't stand out in the open. You make your move as soon as you're in that situation. Hey, it might result in dying anyway, but you don't just stand there.
You may as well take one out and just stand there.
Yeah, or you run for cover, or you do something. She's just standing there, and then that allows Carol to shoot her in the back with the super syringe that's got the zombie juice in it or whatever. And literally within about 15 seconds, Genet dies, or at least we believe she dies. I mean, will she come back to life? We don't know. Does this syringe thing only work when you're dead? Does it only bring you back when you're dead? If they give it to you when you're alive, does it just kill you? I don't know. But that was pretty much it. We then see Daryl and Carol leave. And then back at the nest, we have the fat number 2. Of course, she was a cleaner who worked alongside Genet. She looks to be the number 1 now. And then she goes to Lausanne and says, yeah, it looks like Genet's way wasn't the way. God wasn't on her side. God's on your side. And then I guess she appoints Lausanne as the leader. And Lausanne and Genet's group now are coming together as one, and they're going to hunt down Laurent and Daryl Dixon.
Just a big pile of shite, isn't it?
Yeah.
The scene with the old couple, mate, like, well, I say the scene, like the fucking half an hour part of the episode, it just seemed to go. And then the scene with him getting wheeled down the road in the wheelbarrow, man.
His wife died, by the way, and zero fucks were given.
Yep. Didn't even seem like he really cared. Well, he was greeting, like, but maybe he was just watching the episode with us. But this is another shit show, man.
Also,
what
I mean,
armor?
Genet dies, and it's like no final confrontation with Cadron.
Nothing. No. I know. Like I know, what the fuck are we doing here?
I was convinced that we were going to get some sort of final meet with. It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. Isabella dies and we get no sort of goodbye with Laurent. Not that we care, but still thought, there was something there. I just thought it was weird that Cadron escaped in the first 10 minutes and we never see him again. I thought that he had unfinished business with Genet, but I guess not. And I thought Genet was the lead antagonist for this series, but it doesn't look like that's the case either because now she's been taken out. And I don't know where this show's going. The direction to me is fucking shit and I just don't want to see it. There was also a bit of bickering between Carol and Daryl. I think she's a little bit upset that he decided to, maybe not find his way back to America or at least attempt to when she realises that he kind of voluntarily stayed here and, left his old family behind. But, at this point, I just don't care. I just do not care. 2 major deaths in terms of, character standings in this show. And
I feel nothing.
They'll probably be forgotten about in the final 2 episodes.
Yep. If the characters, like Daryl, etc., forget about the characters that die, then why are we supposed to remember them? See the best TV shows, man. Deaths are, they're overlasting. They have impact. I honestly, I don't get it. I'm baffled. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I am confused.
And I think there was similarities as well to in the ones that live. What was the wee midget man called? He died, and it's Michonne was well, fuck him. Rick, you're alive. I get it. Why should we really care about the midget guy compared to our husband who's been away for 9 years? But
I much preferred that show.
No, I know.
See when Okafor and he died, I was like, I'm not gonna say I was upset, but I thought they were too decent.
I think The Walking Dead though has lost the ability how to kill characters.
I want to know how anyone can prefer this show over the other two.
No,
this one is shite.
No.
Absolute shite. And see all that unrealistic stuff that we've seen Carol turning into the Terminator when he enters the prison, just taking out every fucking body there is.
Big pile of shite.
Anyway, that was it, guys. 2 big deaths, 2 episodes to go, 2 main characters that I literally couldn't care if they lived or died. Just absolute shite if you ask me. What's your rating? What are you giving it?
Was it better than the last episode? No, I think it's the unrealistic Daryl stuff last episode just got replaced with Carol stuff. I'm going to give it a 2 again. I think it's fucking awful. 2 deaths, man. It was shite.
I think the
believability's gone. Is it the windy?
Yeah, the beginning was fast paced, but it was I would say there was action, but it was shite action. But seeing you think about it, the majority of this episode was just them at that old folks' place.
No, I know. Just absolute shite.
2 characters that we don't care about. Honestly, man, I'm giving it a 2 out of 10. Shite, absolute shite. This show's unwatchable. And if we weren't reviewing it, then we wouldn't be watching it. Simple as that. Anyway, guys, that's it. Catch you in the next one. 2 out of 10.
And also, the whole problem with Genet showing up at that house all stemmed from 2 people turning up in a car and Carol and Daryl fucking hide for 2 guys.
When they could have just took them out.
Ridiculous, man.
They'll hide for 2 guys, but then when a dozen come armed to the teeth, they'll take them out.
It's a yoke.
Yeah, I know, it's really shite. I'm sorry, but if you enjoy this, then you've got some really, low IQ or brain dead. You have something wrong with you, man. You really can. I'm not saying every TV show needs to be sophisticated or whatnot, but this is the bottom of the barrel stuff.
No, it is.
So that's it.
Shite, 2 out of 10. Know how bad it is. the episodes have been out. The episodes have been leaked for what, nearly a month, and we are just. I mean, if it was good, you'd be like, oh, let's get the next two on. But it's shite. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's shite. Anyway, guys, that's it. Till next time. Peace.